Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Chicago Bears and the Dallas Cowboys. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Go.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's got some space here. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercise before this one, and they're paying off.
Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Now Jackson on first down. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. The 20, 10, and they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. Well, they were advancing the ball. They had a couple first downs under their belt, but a big mistake there on the opening drive leads to 6 points the other direction.
And what a good read that was on his part, Brandon, because it prevents a possible scoring drive with how they were moving things along. And it gives the defense the early advantage. Was going to be a definitely entertaining battle between these units.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
The slot man in motion right. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return, and the Bears take over. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Back to throw, Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 39 yards there, a big one. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. To throw is Fields. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in there, break on the football. Don't make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can, and it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense. Everybody wants a piece of that pie.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Cowboys are going to have it here at their own 15.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 2nd and inches, Jackson. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Play action. Now Jackson. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. So the completion results there in 9 yards. The Cowboys at 6-1 now through 7 weeks of the season. And they come in riding high, just 1 loss in their last 7 games.
And I like the way that this team is winning football games because they're doing it the way that coaches love to preach. Penalties at a minimum because they've been very disciplined, very focused in their business.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. In motion, the tight end, Kelce. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, his throw incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll run forward with Pollard. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And we are tied at 7. it's 7 now as they kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down. These two teams all tied after 1. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. As they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Fields on 3rd down. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 41-yard line. They'll give to Hunt here on the option. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Out of the gun, Fields.
Throw left side complete. That's more. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Play action. It's Fields. The man is Kmet, the tight end. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Fields escaping the pressure right. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Well, this drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. Here's Fields. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Up the middle they go with McAllister. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. They go with the option on 4th down, left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cowboys. Lamar Jackson with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? And maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. Flush to his right. That's complete right side to Kmet. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Fields. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Fields now to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Moore. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. He completes it to Julio Jones. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. Marr able to put this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Well, they still have time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They're going to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Fields. Swings this out for Hunt. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there. Those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Plain and simple. That's the 2nd time today that he's dropped the pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped, surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Santos' kick is up and through, and they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. And let's get the ball back for us.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They go play action with Jackson. He's going to air one out.
And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Bears are going to get the football back at their own 17. Well, his arm strength never an issue, but this one winds up in the wrong hands.
Oh, the coverage here is just terrific because when it's done really well, sometimes you can't distinguish whether it's the receiver or the defensive back the ball's intended for. He actually ran with him in perfect motion and able to make a big-time play.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Play action, Fields.
He's going to take another shot here. He's got a man, complete.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Fields going to hold on to it. And he will slide down with the first down for the moment, but a penalty flag on the field. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
Here's Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Now an option play on 2nd down. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Fields going to hold on to it.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Second down and goal. Fields.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here at their own 23. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given. And it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. We have played 3 quarters. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Play action. It's Jackson. He's got a man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 39 yards there, a big one. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. So a big one coming now for Brett Maher. This to make it a 2-score game. The kick by Maher is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal here.
And what a luxury it is that the kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. A tougher task for them now. That turnover on their last possession led to the field goal, meaning that they have to now try to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th. Now a throw here to his running back. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They'll give to Hunt here on the option.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That's one heck of a 3rd down conversion, a pickup of 39.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Nice little juke. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there are going to take this to about the 10-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Fields on 1st down. And he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Bears have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables. And
he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 41 yards rushing for him now to this point. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
On third down, it's Pollard. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down. Now a timeout called for by the defense, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll run left with Pollard. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Cowboys get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there. Well, it's pretty difficult to sum it up offense in a 2-minute drill. When your guys have struggled to put points on the board all afternoon, there's an incompletion right there.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. Fields. Able to find Kmet. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards the pick. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw as this play will stand as is. All eyes on Fields. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Here's Fields. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely four-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. Fourth down, Fields has to have this one. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. So the fourth down conversion sets him up with this. 1st and 10 at the 40. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to get it back to a one-score game. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
And this one travels out of bounds. So unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go, Tim.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
They'll run up the middle with McAllister. And room there to work it inside the 25. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And that will extend their lead even further. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League. But it's fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. I'd like to be those defensive coaches, though. That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared. But executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for the Cowboys, the victory moves them to 7-1 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Bears, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they will be at home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins.
I didn't know my mic was muted that whole time. I'm saying GG and shit. Oh, they talking shit. They say, oh, big boy point. We can get to the playoffs. Man, I don't even know what's the more beneficial one. I don't know, man. I don't know. You ready though? Damn. And we played bad though. We threw a lot of picks. And we was in that bitch. We had lost by 10 through like fucking 40,000 interceptions. Goddamn. Ass is grass. Yeah, 4. Talking about 40,000. And Mooney had, bro, there was some crazy plays that happened in that game. Like, how did I not house that one with Mooney, bro? I threw so many fucking red zone interceptions. Threw like 3 in the red zone. Red zone's tough. Especially when you got a good secondary like he did. His dudes actually be reacting. I'm trying to fit him. I'm thinking my dude finna beat him on the out route. No. Trayvon Diggs was all over that shit. Oh, yeah. Yeah, my dude, I know my guy would not have guarded that in that zone that he was in. I think my dude would have got his ass smoked on the out route. I'm still streaming and I am go crazy. Man, look, check it out. Oh yeah, we've been waiting to do this. Chappelle. Okay. Do I want to do D-line? Do I want to do... And then, yeah. I need off-the-line strength. Definitely need that by playoff time. At the halfway point. Yeah, the boys is nice though. I ain't gonna lie to you. Them niggas, hey, that nigga Travis Kelce, I was low key keen on him all game. I was just, man, we putting up a fight with this unit. Fuck you talking about? We fucking suck though. Wow. Hmm.